Bitcoin had an extremely volatile session last night, and a lot of things happened. We managed to move all the way up here to 30k, we came back down, we're back in the middle, and again, as I was saying to you in the recent videos, the end result of all of this is very, very simple. It is that anyone that was short got screwed here, anyone that was long got screwed here, and anyone that was kind of trading whatever in the middle also got screwed eventually as well. And it's just your very typical kind of price action where the market just, catches everybody out and then continues doing what it was already doing. And usually when that happens, what it usually returns to, like going back to what it was already doing, is just ranging, right? Like this kind of price action happens almost like when the gods of our market are bored and they just want to fuck with everybody a little bit. Before going back to doing exactly nothing again. It's such a typical thing that we've seen happen so many times that at this point it's become quite predictable. And so we've now basically got this range defined that I gave you guys on yesterday's live stream. Now, if you didn't manage to watch that, just double check that you are subscribed and you got the bell icon checked, because that is a lot of very time sensitive content. And I don't want you guys to miss it just because, you might want to watch it, but you haven't actually clicked the right button. So double check that stuff. And also that you're watching the altcoin channel, because that's where I'm giving you guys a lot of very, very cool analysis with actionable setups that I'm looking to take advantage of as well. But I defined this range for you guys stretching between about $27,000 and $30,600, and we're just stuck in here now. It's all going to be about looking for that break. We've got very good reasons to drop and very good reasons to rise. Given that we are still in an uptrend, I do still have to be a little bit more biased to the upside, but I am absolutely completely okay with the prospect of dropping down because we've got some really good support to capture here. But either way, I think Bitcoin does this. It either comes down to capture some support and then goes back up and we start seeing the mid 30s, or I think we just kind of go there right now. Maybe this correction has to be a little bit deeper, but I'm still seeing the same thing happening. And the reason for that is because everything that we discussed is still, to be honest, in play. Even though it was a weird trading session, we've still got the same setup that was bullish for Bitcoin, a week or two ago. It still exists right now. It hasn't really changed very much at all. We've just got, a bit of a, crazy wick here. But, as long as it kind of just stays that way, then we're okay. If we look at the weekly time frame, we printed a really bad candle, last week, but we're now on Thursday. And so the week is starting to wrap up. And if we're, able to hold like this, it doesn't mean we're in a good place. I want to be very clear with you guys, right? Like if Bitcoin holds its current area now, towards the end of the week, we still had a bearish engulfing candle last week, all right? We had one of the worst candles we could possibly get on the weekly time frame where it actually means something, so this is a big deal. I don't want to, beat around the bush on that, but if we're not immediately dropping down and it's not immediately disaster, then, that's a better sign than if we did, already have fires breaking out everywhere, out of control. So that is something that I like as well. I also want to look at the S&P 500. Just bear with. I need to crack this window open because there is way too much of an echo in here for me to be making a video. There we go. That's better. What I wanted to look at with the S&P 500 is this resistance area and just kind of zoom in onto the 1 hour time frame where we can really start to appreciate that we have started to move back up again. We were in a dangerous place for a while on this chart, to be honest with you guys, but we have managed to pull through. It wasn't actually for a particularly long time, actually. I don't know why I said that. It was only for about a day, but we are now starting to move back up, which is absolutely great on a day where the dollar is also moving up. So, kind of just looks like standard fluctuations, but that's a really good sign. Like even if this is just a fluctuation and the price is isn't able to push higher, the fact that we're not continuing to drop as well here is a good sign. We want to find support on this, even if we do start dropping, because we need that fall to be cushioned a little bit. If we want to, maintain the bullish energy that we've had here, and it is clear that bullish energy has waned a little bit, right? I mean, we came down for a pretty deep pullback here. All things considered, this was fairly deep, and now we're coming back for a pullback again, which, you generally don't want to see that kind of thing happen, because that's, almost more of an indication that, we're looking at a double top. So this is something I am going to watch quite carefully, and I am certainly expecting that it doesn't take as long to get back up here. And as long as we get back into that yellow box, I think we are chilling, guys. I think we're going to be doing okay. And I think that the S&P 500 would break up. And again, when that kind of thing happens, I have to imagine that would be bullish for Bitcoin. So, things like this, they're really going to shake up the market, make people lose confidence in themselves and their trading abilities. And, it's poetic because, when you zoom out and you just kind of look at what happened, which is basically nothing, it all puts everything right, firmly, safely, snug back into perspective. And that is always great. It's a complex market. One of the things that will make trading complex markets easier is having the right exchanges that are simple. And you guys know the deal. I take that stuff super seriously. CoinEx reached out to me, and these guys are interesting for one reason specifically, is they're kind of like trying to cater to the newbie audience, the new traders that just want things to be simple. They've got a fairly straightforward, simple layout with their exchange. It's actually pretty standard, which makes it easy to navigate because they're all quite easy to navigate. And this is all tailored to you if you're kind of, if you're the guy that, you've been around a little bit, or you're completely new, but you don't want to click the wrong buttons. You don't want to start making unnecessary mistakes with your capital, deploying it in the wrong place and stuff like that. They're trying to make it in a way where it's super user friendly, super easy for you to use, and that is worth checking out. So I've actually gone ahead and linked them down below. You've got some cool bonuses available to you as well, and just like discounts on fees and things like that, which is very cool. Here's a look at their trading interface as well. Obviously, margin trading is available, otherwise I wouldn't be interested. So this is just another option to consider, and if you guys do like it, I want you to let me know down in the comment section below. But you can find their link down there, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, go ahead and check it out. I do want to bring you back over here to the chart though, and just bring your attention over to the dominance. This is something that we were looking at a little bit throughout the course of yesterday, while everything was evolving, and we saw dominance really high, and we have stayed there. We've actually climbed a little bit more, and look at that. So we're basically in the same place. So across the board, I think we're going to be looking at just kind of indecision really with our altcoins. Some more losses. I mean, they're not doing great. They're definitely not doing great. I mean, this is looking like consolidation before markets start breaking down. So I'll continue to give you guys my scoop on this throughout the course of today. You already know where to find that information. That's always going to be right down here with this link in the description, the very top link to get into the 𝐷𝗫𝗪𝗠 daily channel, where you can get my analysis on the altcoins. There's obviously a lot still going on here. A lot of charts that I've been eyeing up. This is actually just my first time seeing it with you guys today, because I am in a bit of a rush today, so I just had to kind of make this video really quick. But yeah, I mean, I think we are looking at some pretty juicy setups right here. This is another coin, 𝐷𝗪𝗪. I'm sure some of you guys that are more into the shitcoin world will have heard of this. So that's something I'm going to continue to watch and keep you guys updated on right here on this channel. But for now, we're kind of just back to where we were a few days ago. Let's just pretend that this didn't happen, because if we do that, we can then maintain a sober, stable perspective, and that is very useful at times like this, believe me. But I'm sorry, the screen's just cut out here, my bad. There we go. I've been messing that up, but that's where we are. That's the reality of it. We did have a nasty wick, and that kind of sets us back a little bit. I can't lie that that can be slightly problematic in terms of just showing us that we punched higher, we got rejected. Bears are gonna take that as a vote of confidence. Bulls are gonna take that as perhaps they're it's going to be difficult. I mean, we've got to gather some momentum to really break that level, and the fact that we failed it recently here is evidence of that. The fact that we failed it recently here shows us quite clearly that we're not ready. I think we need a little bit more liquidity. That's the main thing I was talking to you about in the last video. This kind of thing can only happen if you don't have much liquidity in the market. So that becomes quite problematic. And I guess, we need to break one of those zones. Like I said, I think, these problems all get solved when we break one of these levels. And in between, it's looking pretty treacherous. I don't know about Bitcoin. But other coins, I think they should start opening up for some nice trading opportunities, because while Bitcoin kind of sorts its shit out, altcoins can sometimes, start having a bit of a party. And that's the kind of party that I'd be looking to trade. So that's where I think things start looking a little bit more interesting. Once again, check out CoinEx if it's the kind of thing that you think you'd be interested in. Something that's important to note is they've got their $2 billion in reserves for deposits, and they've got the Merkle tree proof for it as well. So when you're looking for an exchange, you want something super safe. This became an industry standard back when FTX collapsed, showing proof of reserves and not having any security accidents. These guys have got, they're doing well. These are all industry standards, and when you're choosing an exchange, whether or not you go for CoinEx or any of the other exchanges I talk about, do some research on them. Check that they are proving that they actually hold your deposits one-to-one, that they don't hold it in the wrong token and stuff like that, the basic stuff. But CoinEx is one of those exchanges that has done that, which is absolutely phenomenal. So go ahead and check them out if you're interested. And if you have enjoyed this video, do me a favor and smash up the likes, subscribe, tick the bell, do all that beautiful stuff, and check out that second channel linked in the top of the description if you're interested in watching my altcoin analysis. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.